on, come on, come on. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and as you can see from that intro, the new prize pool is here, so good luck with that. You can see my luck is shit as always, but with the new update comes a lot more stuff. We got some new cards to go over, a new event to go over, and a couple other things I want to talk about. So while we're on this screen, let's go ahead and start with the new cards. So the first new card here, like I said, there are 12 of them, is Parting Explosion, and you're just going to explode once you die. Don't know what the range of this is. Don't know how much damage it's going to do. Going to need some testing on that, but it is only 2 shard points. So it's definitely better than throwing off a flashbang. The next card is Informant, and it will cost 4 shard points. And every time you get a kill, it's just going to ping the remaining enemies. I could have sworn that this was a card already, but maybe I'm thinking of something entirely different. The next card I want to talk about is Spiky Skin, and it is 3 shard points. And first I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to show you a clip. The actual description on the card says your first instance of damage taken returns damage to your enemy. Headshots cannot trigger this effect. Now, don't get fooled because the card is either just completely lying to you or lost in translation or something, because I tested this out last night and it's not your first instance of damage. In fact, it's the second. When you first shoot somebody that is on the team that has this card active, they get spikes around them coming out of their body, and then it triggers. So my first shot towards somebody doesn't actually return any damage to me, it just triggers the card. Any shot therefore after that, including second, third, fourth, fifth shot towards that person until they're either dead or the spikes go away, returns a percentage of damage. Now, I don't have the clip up in front of me right now, but if I remember correctly, when we tested it, it was like 24 damage. And then every time after that, it was returning 9 or 10 damage back to me. Now, I thought this was going to be a really cool card, and I thought it was going to be worth more, but now I see why it's only worth 3. Personally, I think this should just be a buffed card. I think we should make it 5 or even 6 shard points and make it deal back as much damage as the first shot does, meaning if somebody snipes you with this card, then they die. Just my personal opinion. If they're not going to nerf snipers, we need a lot more stuff in the game to counter it, and a card like this would definitely help. But moving on to the 4th card, it is 2 shard points called Fate's Coin, and you just toss a coin, either restore your HP or you take damage. Again, I haven't tested this one. I don't know how many times you can flip said coin or how much damage you take or how much health you restore, but it is a pretty cool concept if you want to gamble your life away. The next card is called Kindred Spirits, and it is 5 shard points. And if you recall a video I did a while ago, I sort of tested this when the cards were already kind of leaked in-game with custom games. But this one just makes every player get assigned a random color, and players with the same color can only damage each other with melee attacks. Meaning, if I'm blue and you're blue, then we can only melee one another. And any gunfire is completely negated. Now, this could also nerf snipers to a degree as well, because if you swing a corner and get sniped by the other blue person, you're just not going to take damage. You just need to keep in mind when you're running into the thick of things that you're not trying to shoot somebody of the same color as you.
That's racist!
The next card here on our new list is Blessed Bullet. When the last bullet in the mag completes a kill, restore allies' HP and skill use to full. The number of people that are now going to be emptying their sniper mag in the prep phase and trying to get that pick off of spawn to restore nitro turrets, pathogen poison, pathogen walls is just going to be fucking annoying. But it's a cool concept. Moving on to the other set of 6 cards here, we get Dusty Bullets and Tracking Rounds. Both are bullet-related cards, and both are 3 shard points. Dusty Bullets is going to make somebody have their vision obscured once they get hit by it, and the Tracking Round is going to activate and reveal enemies that are hit by your bullet for 5 seconds. Both very strong cards, though I think Tracking Round is definitely better than Dusty Bullets in terms of a shard point cost. So I think Tracking Round needs to either be 4 or Dusty Bullets needs to be 2. But to have them on equal shard point costs is just kind of insane to me. The next card is called Fragmentation Bullet, and basically when bullets hit somebody, they're going to split and shoot an additional 3 bullets behind that person. Another 3 shard point card, 1 for each bullet, I guess. As a NERF main, I almost kind of want this card to be activated at all times so it'll keep people out from up my ass. Then moving on to the next card here, it is 2 shard points, and it's called No Pain, No Slain, and damage is plus 30%, but you lose 1 health per shot. This is an instant buff to weapons like sniper rifles and marksman rifles, where you're not spamming shooting a bunch of bullets, but rather actually aiming and being strategic about what you're shooting. So while it seems like we have a couple cards in here that are new that kind of nerf snipers in a way, this one is a much cheaper and effective way to increase their damage. The next card is called Demolition Extension for 2 shard points, and basically if you only have 3 or 4 seconds left to defuse, instead of running away, as long as you get on it before it hits 0 and start defusing it, it will not explode and you can just have the chance to defuse it even after time runs out. And then last but not least, the final new card coming to Shard Clash is Split the Check. And you select an ally, generate a chain with them that kind of shares the damage. It's not very specific on how it shares the damage. I assume it's just going to 50-50 it. And this is, again, another card that somewhat kind of nerfs snipers. Instead of now taking that 150 damage shot, you're now only going to take 75. Except if you get headshot for 300, you're now just going to be potentially killing 2 people with 1 bullet. Not sure if that's how that card works. I would have to test that out. If you've tested this out already or you plan on testing it out, let me know down in the comments. But that sums it up for all the new cards coming to Shard Clash. And this about rounds up all the new shard cards coming in Season 2, Chapter 1. Chapter 2 is just around the corner in less than 2 weeks from now, and it should introduce a bunch more new shard cards, including the community created ones. Now, there are some variations of these new cards that you can find in Chaos Clash and Outbreak, and even Deathmatch has some new cards and some cards removed. And some of these, when I say new, it just means it's new to the game mode, not necessarily a new card. So if you want to, be sure to go check that out. But me, I'm just more concerned with the Shard Clash cards. And the fun thing is, these cards are going to have a higher chance of showing up in matches for the first week. And all of these cards, all 12 of them, are going to be available in ranked. And just off the bat, I don't see any here that are broken or anything like that that maybe needs to not be in ranked. But let me know down in the comments if you think any of these are overpowered and shouldn't be in ranked. Now let's go ahead and talk about the new event that you have 13 days, which is the length of the rest of this chapter, to get done. And you can see I've already completed a couple of them. Essentially, you just want to complete 5 Blitz Ballet matches, play arcade for up to 120 minutes, and deal 10,000 damage during those Blitz Ballet matches. And for your time, you're going to get a couple cool things. You do get a Curiosity Pop Can, which are now called Ultra Cans. I still have a habit of calling them Curiosity Pop Cans. It's probably always going to be a thing. You get some sticker packs, you get some Glue Knight coins, you get a cool new sticker, Demolition, which is just kind of a plain sticker, but it's Japanese or Chinese writing or something. So, and then we get a new Discipline skin called Death Shout. Now, because I am a terrible content creator, I do not have it unlocked yet. I plan on unlocking it later on stream. So I don't know if it's going to have any kind of weapon upgrades as far as skin recolors or anything like that. But with it being a rare weapon skin, I highly doubt it. This kind of just probably is the skin. But it's pretty cool. It's got some hollow aspects to it, and it can be yours for free. And then to bring this video full circle, I just want to remind you guys that the new Flourish prize pool is active, and you can get a bunch of cool stuff from it. As you can see from my intro, the first roll didn't really get me anything I wanted, but let's go ahead and close this video out with rolling one more time. And if you want to see me roll for the rest of them, make sure you come join the stream later tonight starting around 8 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.